In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark side brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
dearest Estrella, I am writing this now because I want you to know what is happening to me. I have found myself locked away in an asylum of some sort. Well, I guess I shouldn't say asylum. It is more akin to a prison. This place is falling apart. Crumbling walls and rusted bars. They don't care about the poor souls that are thrown in here. Brings back memories of the Tower of Latria, minus the octopus-headed guards. Although I've never seen it myself, I have heard the other prisoners rant about a monster that guards the door. I am sure you're wondering how I came to be in a place like this. Well, it's complicated. There should have been no reason that I left our home in the valley. There shouldn't even be a reason that I am still breathing at this moment. We both know that I fell to the demon hunter in your service, so how do I continue to exist? I don't have the answer to that question, and I don't know if I ever truly will. After your passing, I was not sure what I was going to do. I couldn't help the people of the valley, not as you did, and I couldn't return to my home. I remember at that moment, I felt a strange urge, an urge to keep moving forward. It sounds ridiculous, I know, but at the time, it just felt right. So I laid you to rest, and I left my helmet as a grave marker. I hope you don't mind, but I removed your hood and brought it with me, just as a reminder of you. So, as I was saying, I felt something driving me forward. I traveled back to the Nexus, and with the help of Sage Frake, I was able to fix the broken archstone. This new land is nothing like our home. The people here are stubborn and strong, and the customs are deeply rooted in old stories and legends. The archstone brought me to a kingdom called Kareem. I was able to gather what little information I could from my short stay. From my understanding, there is a curse afflicting the people, not only in Kareem, but also all over the lands. The ones cursed are called undead, and the undead are doomed to die over and over again. Each death they suffer takes a little more from them, until nothing remains. I found a man that said he could tell me all I wanted to know about the undead and the curse plaguing the lands. Unfortunately, he did not help me. In fact, he tricked me, and before I knew it, I was knocked unconscious. By the time I came to, I was on the road, chained to the other prisoners in the back of a cart. I will never forget that snickering bastard. He will get what's coming to him, someday. For some reason, they let me keep my equipment. I guess they thought they were holy symbols. What I found was odd was they kept calling my weapon Grant. I wonder what they were referring to. While I was being transported, the men kept calling me an undead. Could that be true? Could I really be cursed to end up like these poor souls in this asylum? If this is truly to be my fate, then I wonder if there's a way to end the curse. There are too many questions left without answers. One thing I do know, I won't be able to figure out anything trapped in this cell. I have to find a way out of here. I need some time to think. I'll be sure to write you again tomorrow. Sincerely yours, Gal Vinland.
Oh, you. You're no hollow, hmm? Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. In thine exodus from the undead asylum, maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess, fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first, but there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead? Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit. What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collected bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all. What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it. What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool. Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions. What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you. Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you? Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods. That is a shame, but each to their own. Speak to me if you have a change of heart.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale. Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave. Here, I'm not here to chit-chat. We talk business or we talk nothing at all. Thank you kindly.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Soler of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.